Welcome to Move It Mondays, where we show you how to self-assess and self-treat common injuries so that you can move like you mean it. Hey, what's up guys? We are talking about lateral ankle sprains today. We have Kiko's foot. He got a pedicure today. He looks so great. He did this just for you guys. And so we're gonna kind of go over this because this can be helpful for people if they're going, for example, like Kiko to play soccer. And so he's had a recent ankle sprain and we want to review how to do this, okay? So you need to get yourself some zinc oxide tape, kind of athletic tape like this. What we're gonna do is put an anchor kind of about a third up the shin. This one's just to kind of attach tape to, and then down here as well, okay? So first piece is here at the top. Sneak that around. There's no tension on this. This is just to kind of anchor on, and then you're going down here to midfoot. Now, depending on what kind of sprain you had, it's gonna be a little bit different. We're gonna do this a little bit differently. But for Kiko, and most sprains, 90% of sprains, they come in like this, and so they'll kind of come an inversion sprain, we call it. So we want to protect these guys. So what we want to do is tape these to hold you out in a bit more of a stable position. So to do that, we're going to grab onto our tape here, sneak that around, pull over, and back up to the top. Now, just so these guys don't unwrap, we're going to seal these up as we go. So we come here and seal that. We're going to do the same thing. Now, next side, we do 3 strips. Like this. Now ideally you want your tape to land nice and straight, perfect, right? But we're not judging your aesthetics. Over here, and then we'll do one more. Awesome. Good. And we'll close that off. So now we sort of stabilize his ankle. And he shouldn't be able to move much into this direction. So if you relax your foot the first he can't quite move. It's kind of limit. He feels that kind of can't take him in, right? It's a little bit stiffer. Now what we're going to do is lock the ankle from this position up and down as well. So he's going to keep, this part really important, we find his neutral ankle position. So we kind of find where his ankle sits in the middle and ask him to hold that there. Good. And then we're going to go into a figure 8. So this one I'm going to kind of wrap around the ankle like this and back around. Might be hard to see on there, but we'll try. So we're going to go from here, under, over top, and then wrap around to lock that heel and that lower joint into place. We want to make sure we sit nice and solid on top of that as we go down. Perfect. So now he's nice and secure there. He's even relaxed the foot there. A little stiffer, even coming into that range. Last thing we want to do is lock the heel. So we're going to do one on each side of this to make sure we call the subtalar joint, or the lower part that moves in and out, doesn't quite move so much, as well as now up and down. So this piece, we want to get a side view here, over here, Kiko, as we're filming, but we want to kind of come around like this, and then come around this side, over here, while we're filming, and not go up. We want to actually wrap around the bottom to lock that heel, then come back around the top. Then we're going to come down this side, and if we go, he doesn't know where to go, and lock this heel up like that, right, and back around. So we've got a heel lock on both sides. So review, we've kind of gone around, we've locked into eversion, right, to stabilize it. We've then gone in and done our two figure 8s to stay it in, and then we've done a heel lock on the left, heel lock on the right. You can do more or less of this depending how secure you want to make it. Then we want to make sure there's no gaps or anything like that, or have blisters and won't like that. So then to make it look all pretty, we're going to close it up from the top down. So from here, maybe I'll do some fancy fast forwarding here, but we're going to come and just close it all up to make it look oh so pretty, because he already got a manicure and pedicure for us, so we want to make sure he looks good for Valentine's Day coming up. Is close it up. Perfect. And you can see, so he's pretty solid there. And if we look over here, get a little bit of a window, right? We call it a window. We don't want that. So all we can do, we want to just cover that up to make sure skin doesn't pop out. So we're just going to take an angle here, come along, and close that up. Just like that, okay? So there he's all secure, right? You want to make sure his toes aren't turning blue, right? He's still got good refill to his, he's not getting pins and needles. If he does, obviously take that off. And if we're taking this tape off, so a good little tip is if we look on the inside of the foot, there's a little bit of a kind of hollow you can get into underneath the arch. and especially underneath here that you can kind of clip down through. So sometimes it's hard to take this stuff off. You can do it in the shower, or you can use a pair of scissors and sneak along the inside, underneath that inside ankle bone, and it all kind of peels off as one sort of unit. Okay?
Perfect.
Sounds good. If you get any itchiness, wonkiness with tape, obviously don't use it, don't do it. You know, it's a substitute for an ankle brace and can kind of let you be a bit more mobile. If it's too secure, you can loosen up, get a little bit more movement. All right, so I hope that helps. It's a good review of how to tape the ankle, and see you soon.